back to Take a Pitch.
Happy New Year, boys.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
2021 season 3.
Season 3, yeah.
Season 3 of Take a Pitch, man.
Episode 1. By the way, so
yes, definitely a round of applause for us.
Definitely a round of applause. And so, you know how we were talking about accomplishments last week about,
yes,
about 2020 and, how we were finding ways to record something even though it was very hard.
Right.
So I went back to, just organize all the podcasts I told you, get them all in the right order, put them all in the right episodes. And so we actually had one more episode of Take a Pitch this year of 2020 than we did in 2019, which I find to be a miracle, honestly.
We had our own a lot of our own health problems. We didn't figure out the virtual aspect of it in 2019, which is pretty, it's pretty cool we were able to figure out this year.
Mm-hmm.
And it definitely did lead to us putting out more content.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully we get 52 out this year.
We will be getting 52 out at minimum.
We're on a good
Probably
pace.
more.
We're on a good pace. We're 1 of 1.
Yeah, there you go.
1 of 1.
Our 162 pace is 52.
You're gonna have to give me another dry erase board so I could 1 of 1, 2 of 2.
I actually almost ordered one on Amazon recently. I'll send you the link. It's dirt cheap.
So anyway,
yeah,
I thought that was pretty cool. We actually had
tip
more.
of the cap to us on that one, and I feel like we had a lot more minutes too because we had so much more opinions from Mike, from Chris, and then obviously you and I.
Yeah,
it was a good year. I'm proud of what we're building, and I'm looking forward to 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Off to a slow start, but yeah. Slam Diego. By the way, yeah, let's get touch on this. First of all, I got the hat finally to match the shirt.
I have to go change.
We all have our Slam Diego merch. Mike doesn't have it on him, but So Mike's going to change. Listen, it's comfortable.
It is.
It's clean look. Like Billy, you have the second release.
Yeah, the second
Slam
version.
Diego word mark.
Yes.
And a logo on the back, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I have on, for those who can't see, it's just the original, and Mike does too. There it is. The original Slam Diego logo, our brown shirt. Billy has his on a black shirt for those who are doing audio only. Highly recommended. Jump on the bandwagon before it's too late.
Link in the description.
Yeah. Listen, we said the Padres are going to be the team to beat. We're all on the bandwagon, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
We also have some great merch. So
yeah,
we like what we put out. Some great merch coming in 2021, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Try and get a lineup for every team.
Mm-hmm.
We have some just kind of on hold right now, waiting to release those. We have, I think, we worked on the NL Central, right?
Yes.
We had 2 in the Central, 1 in the AL Central, right?
Yeah.
We'll work on the West. We'll work on some more teams in the East. We're hoping by the end of 2021, we'll have a merch line for every team in the baseball.
Yes.
And hopefully maybe an expansion team coming soon. Anyway, that's the merch. Let's get that out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Bigger subject that I want to talk about. It's been kind of something that we wanted to do. We're offering free ads and sponsorships for all podcasts on the platform. It's us. It's Tri-State Sports Beat. It's on the Power Play. It's a new one called From the Tips, which is going to be about golf. I'm really excited about that one. It's gonna be called The Cut, which is coming out, I think, in the middle of the month. We're gonna launch that. That's gonna be me, and some guests. But all 5 podcasts we're offering sponsorships for free to pandemic affected businesses anywhere in America, anywhere. All you'll have to do is email us at pandemicsponsor@southsideprod.com. Again, pandemic sponsor at southsideprod.com. Just send us, the business name, how you were impacted by COVID, even if it was a little bit, We're trying to help you as best we can, get the name out there, get you guys some more business that you might not have gotten otherwise from different channels. We're trying to spread the positivity here and spread the love. So if you were impacted in any way, or a business who was impacted in any way, maybe your favorite restaurant, show them a post, show them our stuff. You can email us there, or you could DM us on any of our socials, and that includes any podcast as well. All the podcast DMs will be open for information. So just let us know, how to get in touch with you guys, and we'll call you. We'll work with you guys to create an ad you're proud of, that you want to be working with us. So definitely reach out to us and do that. That's something I'm looking forward to. Hopefully getting a couple off the ground soon.
Yep. Email in the description.
Billy's throwing everything in the description this week.
Oh yeah.
What else? We got. So I've announced from the tips.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be Brian and his friend Rick. Excited about that. Those guys are good.
Yeah.
So keep an eye on soon.
Yeah, that sounded nice.
On the Power Play, our hockey podcast, they're on Spotify still. We're working on Apple. And then the Cut, we're working on getting that out soon too. So 5 podcasts coming for 2021. Our editor extraordinaire, Billy. Looking forward to all 5.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You only really work on 4.
Yeah, right now I'm really only working on 2, so.
Well, yeah, but yeah. So definitely check out everything else on the Southside Productions network of podcasts. If you want your podcast to be joined our network, reach out to us as well at max@southsideprod.com or billy@southsideprod.com, and we will definitely be in touch and always looking to add more talent to our network.
Yep.
Did I miss anything?
Oh, well said. Let's get into the show.
Even though there's not much to get into.
Yeah, well, you know how we are.
We'll continue with our top 5s. We got a new segment. I'm excited for the new segment.
Do I know the new segment?
It's good. You were the one who suggested it.
Oh, was I? Cool.
Only one way to find out.
And then we got Mike's recap of the transactions at the end of the show. It's gonna be a quick episode, I think.
Yeah.
Not much happens.
Probably an hour.
If that.
Quick episode for us.
Yep. Yeah, really. Let's get started with this new segment we wanted to do, because there's, Billy, it's done from you and I talking a lot. We see these mock trades that get thrown up on, and for us, we see it on SNY.
Yes. Commonly.
Mock trades that get thrown up there, and it's like they pull these names out of their ass. It's just a brutal mock trade. So we said, you know what? We're going to try and one of them, make them realistic. Make it fair. Make a good mock trade. Not one of these stupid ones. By the way, I love that fucking cup. It's a
Thank you
baseball
very
mug
much.
cup.
It's a baseball.
Love it. We're going to try and do some mock trades. We're going to do one player every week until we run out of players who are on the trading block, or if someone gets traded, then we're with -1. We're going to start with one of the hottest names on the trading block, one of the biggest stars in the game, really. That's be Francisco Lindor. Now, we had Maka try and do one. He texted us his, and it was an interesting one to say the least. With Lindor to the Yankees. Now, Homer, whatever. We wanted it to be semi-realistic.
Yeah. He also had one for the Mets.
He did have one for the Mets. Yeah. He's not. Yeah.
Go on. No, I was just gonna say we could touch on that one too, because
he's not as familiar with the Mets. It was kind of just one of those.
Yeah, but it's an interesting.
Why don't we lead off with that
trade?
One?
The Mets. I do have it in front of me. He had Lindor going to the Mets, and going back to the Indians, he had Ahmed Rosario, who would be playing shortstop. Dominic Smith, I'm assuming, because he just wrote Smith, and David Peterson.
See now, and here's the interesting part about that trade. It's all 3 major league players.
That's what I was going to say.
But all 3 are couldn't have control for a while.
Yes, relatively, yeah.
That's a very interesting trade. The Mets keep all their top prospects. Jimenez gets full playing time at short. Second base. Sorry, second base. The Mets keep J.D. Davis. That's a very interesting trade. I kind of like that.
But I don't
like it.
Who was the
MVP.
He was the best hitter on the Mets last year, aside from Michael Conforto.
And David Peterson, who is
one of the better.
He has the stuff to really anchor a rotation.
He has tremendous upside.
That slider that he throws inside to righties that just goes to that back leg is
It's a frisbee.
yeah, it is beautiful. I love that.
I kind of like this trade, but I don't like it at the same time. I like it how it makes sense. I hate it as a Mets fan.
So
I would never do it.
Yeah, no, I would never be able to pull the trigger on 3 major leaguers.
Especially Peterson, who's a relatively young pitcher.
But here's the deal: I feel like Peterson's the centerpiece of that deal from the Mets side of what they're giving up.
No, Dom Smith is.
Dom Smith. And Rosario still has an insanely high ceiling. You know, you can't.
That's true.
You can't knock off what Rosario did at the end of 18 and 19. The second halves, I mean, were incredible. And what he's done in the 9-hole, you know, the guy's hitting over 290 in the 9-hole.
Yeah. And
in the second half of seasons.
Definitely
this year, he only had a first half.
Yeah. Essentially, yeah.
You know?
We'll definitely post that one on social, see what everybody thinks. That's an interesting one.
It is.
And then you had another one, or you had one for the
Yankees?
Yeah, Yankees. I don't have that in front of me.
I know the key there was Jason Dominguez, right?
Yeah, I could.
It was Jason Dominguez, and then there was a major league piece, and then it was either like Florial or another pitcher.
Jason Dominguez, and Florial. Yep, or another prospect.
He's really, you know, on the mark with that one.
And then good thing I would be his assistant GM because I talked him out of that trade pretty quick. Yeah, I mean, I understand where he's coming from with you know, adding in a prospect, but like my argument for it was that I said back was, you know, the Yankees have proven that they can put out good players, you know, and develop good position players, good offensive players. And this kid is, you know, raw, natural talent, strong, fast, like
a big body too.
Yeah, there's no reason to get rid of him. He's only like 5'7".
He's a fucking truck.
The day he signed, he was a top 50 prospect in baseball at 16.
Mm-hmm. Insane.
At 16.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's unless it's like.
See, the only way you're giving him up is if you're trying to lessen the blow for the rest of your system. It's the only way.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but still, no.
But still, you don't give that. I wouldn't give that.
Right?
Yeah. You also don't know what he's gonna be either. He's still only 19.
Mm-hmm.
18.
I mean, what's
18? Yeah.
No,
17, 18.
I think
he's still not even 20.
Yeah,
he's not estimated to come up for another 2-3 years. You know, so. And
by that point, you know, they might have to deal with a judge walk year or something like that. So
it's not
smarter for them. There. Yeah, no, but I'm saying, you know, or Hicks leaving, even though he signed that big deal.
Let them both walk. Let them both walk to the fucking wherever they want to go.
But you know what I mean? They're going to need to fill in. They're going to need a replacement.
Jason Dominguez.
Yep, exactly.
But anyway.
So yeah.
Max or Mike? Do you guys have? I know Mike has a plethora.
Mike has 4. He said, yeah.
So Max, we'll lead it off with yours.
I'll cover whatever you guys don't go to.
Actually, I was going to say, you know, we touched on the Mets. Mike has a Mets trade. So why don't we go with Mike's Mets trade real quick?
Yeah, we could do that.
So, like Chris, I had Amed Rosario, but then I also included 3 other prospects. Nothing top 5. I had Mark Vientos, who's a third baseman.
Okay.
Who's the 7th prospect, because Jose Ramirez can also play shortstop, so they could just slide him over if Vientos does come up. I know they have not Nolan Gorman. There's another.
Yeah.
Nolan Jones is their third base prospect. But it also helps. They're also in the AL, so they have the DH. Then I had Josh Wolf, a right-handed pitcher, just to add to depth for them, and then the Mets' 30th prospect, who's just another infield position player, just for Lindor.
All right.
Okay. All right. I like that deal.
Yeah.
I don't think that's giving up too much. I think it's fair value for potentially just 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
And it paves the way for Brett Beatty.
That's exactly why I gave up Vientos.
Yep. So, you know, Mike and I were actually talking about this last night, and he mentioned a team that got me thinking. You know, and he's got a trade for them too. I looked into the Angels. The Angels.
Oh, you didn't have a Mets one, Max?
I didn't. I only have one, and I have the Angels.
I did have a Mets one. Did you want me to cover that, or do you want to
Oh,
just go
you
with
did.
your
You had,
Angels?
you had a Mets one, God.
I did have a Mets one. So it was Lindor to the Mets for Rosario, of course. Robert Gsellman and Josh Wolf.
That's Billy just saying, "Get the fuck out of here."
Yep.
You really want Trevor May to wear 65, don't you?
I mean, yeah. No, that was it. Not really much to it. Lindor's on a one-year deal.
They do need bullpen help. So I mean,
Exactly. And I know they like their bullpen. I know they like pitching, and the the Indians have, proven that they could take pitchers and turn them into stuff. So
Yeah.
I think Robert Gsellman would thrive there. I think Ahmed Rosario would also thrive there. I think Josh Wolf would thrive in their system.
he could be another Bieber.
Yeah, exactly. And the kid, we know the kid.
More talented than that.
Yeah, we know the kid is good. He was a second-round pick. He was, throwing high 90s, I believe, and yeah, Lindor's on. You're getting him for one year. You can't really give away too much.
That's the thing. I don't think you're going to be signing him back.
No,
a lot of places.
There's a few places, and I think the Mets are one, and then the team that you're going to go and talk about right now is the other. So there you go. By the way, the reason that I did Gsellman is because they're, we talked about this. Then the Indians are that weird team that likes to remain in the middle of rebuilding and competing. So give them two major leaguers and
like that too.
Yeah, Giants.
And then two major leaguers definitely helps them now, while still, again, and Rosario has some team control as well. Yeah,
exactly.
Like we said, the Indians are in a very interesting spot. That being said, my Angels trade, and we, a little background. We know the Angels are inclined to do what it takes to win, to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
They are one of the most. I'm trying to think of the word. It's just out there. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no pattern.
Mm-hmm.
So for them to go out and get Lindor would solidify their dedication to winning. It wouldn't help them too much because they're still in pitching. They still need an arm to go out there every fifth day, or 5 arms, whoever, whatever, So the cool thing about the Angels is that there is a lot of two-way players in their system. They have about 4 or 5 of them. So Lindor and 𝒂𝒂𝒆 𝑧 go to the Angels. Sorry. The cool thing about Noel is that the Angels are getting him. He's only 19. Rule 5 eligible in December of this year. And he's been in the minor leagues since July of 17. So he's got some pro ball experience. He would be a project, but it would definitely be one that I could see the Angels possibly taking on. And they'd be giving up. Don't flame me for the name here. Kyren Paris. Did I get it right the first time?
It's probably Kieran, I would assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever it is. You're close enough. Kyren and Kieran.
Yeah. They're 5th ranked prospect. He's a shortstop. So obviously you're going to have to send a shortstop to the Tribe. William Holmes, who is a 13th ranked prospect. He's a two-way player, starting pitcher and an outfielder.
Mm-hmm.
Deshaun Knowles, a outfielder, their 12th ranked prospect. And Luis Rengifo, an infielder, kind of utility guy off the bench. So I haven't given up a lot in the system because I see this as a long-term spot for Lindor.
Okay.
Now, does it happen? Most likely not, because I don't think the Angels see themselves as a deep enough system for him.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of these guys are a couple years away that the Tribe would be getting back, so it would be kind of a start of a rebuild. And you rebuild around Shane Bieber and Shane Bieber. And,
Zach
Plesac, then Jose Ramirez, I guess.
And your boy, James Karinchak.
Listen, he's got an end of the pitch. But yeah, 4 guys going to the tribe, 2 to the Angels, and yeah.
All right.
Do you want me to go with mine now?
Go ahead.
Yeah. I don't have an Angels one, so.
Yeah, I know. I have the
Who's your other
Angels.
team?
Me?
Yeah.
I have 2 others. I have,
Okay.
I have the Doyers, and I have a surprise team.
All righty.
Same.
Good thing Mike
Never
has the
happened in a
Doyers.
million
And,
years.
yeah, good thing Mike has another one in the Doyers.
All right. So for the Angels, I have them trading Franklin Barreto, who's an infielder, who's a second baseman in the MLB. I thought they would move him as an MLB piece because they also have David Fletcher, who can move to second base, and they just signed Jose Iglesias, so they have infield depth. They can move him. He's young. He's been moved around a bunch as well. They give up their number 4 prospect, Jeremiah Jackson, who's a shortstop, second base. He's a middle infielder. Jack Karanowitz, who's a right-handed pitcher, and Aaron Hernandez, Max's favorite name, who's their 21st prospect, who is also another pitcher. It might be a little light. They might have to give up a couple more pieces. But if it's only just for 1 year of control, I feel like getting a future replacement at shortstop, because Jackson's been touted as a next good shortstop for them.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and that's why I kind of had the Angels keeping him and giving up Paris, move Jackson over to second base because he can play second base. So that not only would give your trade, Mike, at least would give the Indians a lot of flexibility.
Yeah.
At that level when he comes up, but it also gives them that future.
Yeah.
We'll have to ask Angels Twitter what they think about our trades. You both have the Doyers, right?
Yep.
So who wants to go first with the Dodgers?
Billy can go first for this one.
All right.
We'll go. Just so I'm not going every single time.
So the Doyers. Yeah, Lindor going to the Doyers for Tony Gonsolin. And we know how the Dodgers like to do. Spend high. Gavin Lux.
I had him too.
And that's it. That's it.
Okay.
Just those 2.
Gonsolin and Lux for Lindor.
Yeah. You lagged and you kind of sounded like you were like slurring your words, like you were drunk a little. It was kind of cool. I liked
He's
it.
not. He was drinking to celebrate
I am
great day in Jets
incredibly
history.
sober. Hey, fantastic day in Jets land. Drinking water, hydrating myself.
Attaboy.
All right, so just those 2, 2
Yep.
for 1.
Plain and simple.
All right, Mike, what do you got?
I had a 3 for 1. I did have Lux included in the deal. Lux. Their number 7 prospect, Bobby Miller, who's a starting pitcher. He's a right-handed pitcher. And outfield prospect, Jake Vogel, who's their 14th prospect.
Okay.
Lux would have to be the centerpiece of that deal.
Yeah, 100%. It's Lux or nothing, really. Unless, like, I guess, Josiah Gray. I know he's supposed to be, like, really good. And who's right after him? There's another pitcher on their top 30. He's supposed to be, like, really good, too. But, yeah, I don't know what his name is.
Yeah.
But you'd have to, like, give away multiple guys if you're not giving away Lux and another guy, and, another guy or 2.
And the Dodgers have been very good about not digging into their system lately. We're not digging deep into their system.
Yeah. It's interesting because this is Corey Seager's last year. So, Justin Turner.
So which way do you go? Yeah.
They have a vacancy at third base, so they're gonna, where are they gonna go? Yeah, that's really it.
Yeah. The Dodgers are an interesting team because they have that Seager situation.
Mm-hmm.
Coming off a great postseason, and a really good shortened season. But he's also coming off injury. You don't know how it's going to play for over 162 and stuff like that. I think that's a very interesting situation to keep an eye on because what if they decide to move on from Seager and they are high on Gavin Lux.
Mm-hmm.
They do want him.
Yeah.
There's just no room. So do they let Seager walk? Do they trade Seager at the deadline for pieces and insert Lux into the major league lineup? It's an interesting situation that
They have options.
But yeah, they have tons of options.
Yeah.
And it's one that's I think not getting talked about a lot. that really is a very, very interesting storyline going to this year. But you guys each have one more, right?
I have
Yes.
one more. Yeah.
I have one more also.
So, Mike, you had Seattle,
Correct.
and Billy, who's your mystery team?
I'll wait until I go. Am I
All
going
right.
now?
No, I can go first. That's
Okay.
fine. We already revealed my team. Well, me and Max were talking about this last night. Seattle has the depth of prospects in order to pull off this deal, and he would be the centerpiece of that team.
I mean, they have the process to deal with any team.
Pretty much.
And Dipoto is one to wheel and deal.
100%. And he would be that centerpiece. Kyle Lewis is coming along nicely. They have Kalanick. They have Julio Rodriguez. They have Evan White. They have these young guys that look like they are the real deal. They just got to figure out their pitching as well. But I had Seattle giving up Taylor Trammell on the move again. Outfield, their 5th prospect. George Kirby, who's a right-handed pitcher, their 6th prospect. And Novelli Marte, who's a shortstop, who is their 7th prospect. Back to Cleveland.
Okay.
Just for Lindor.
Yep.
I like it.
See, I feel like that's a perfect fit too. The expectations aren't exactly too high in Seattle, but if you bring in Lindor, surround the youth movement with not only veteran experience but incredible talent, I think that's a recipe for success.
And that division is such a fucking crapshoot too.
Yeah.
Yep.
It automatically makes them a top 2 team, I think, because we know what Kelenic can do. Like, let's be real. You know, he's not going to be one of those guys that we look at and say, "Oh, well, I don't know if he'll translate to major league level." No, he's going to be a superstar.
Yes.
Julio Rodriguez is looking like the same.
Yeah. I was about to say.
And they already have Kyle Lewis.
And Kyle Lewis. First of all, that outfield is going to be second to none in 2 years.
Yeah. Don't they have another outfielder?
They have a 4th one, yeah.
Yeah,
it's Trammell. Trammell, yeah.
Trammell. They might even have a 5th. I mean,
that's why you have to move one of them.
Yeah, they have an overstock of outfielders. You don't need that many. I don't understand, like, you know,
and it's an Angels team
around. No, I was just gonna say I don't understand keeping them around and to see where they progress and, you know, let them fight it out really. But
and they also have Jake Fraley, who's also
Fraley, yep. And this is an Indians team, which is their outfield is not that.
Yeah, it's been thin for years.
Yeah, so a trade like that with the Mariners would instantly not only boost their system but boost their future in terms of just depth.
Yeah.
Even if these guys don't turn out to be superstars, they're depth pieces in a position that they've been thin on since God knows when, since Travis Hafner was there. You know, it's
Richie Sexton.
Yeah, we're throwing out names here.
Sierra.
But I actually kind of like that move a lot to the Mariners.
They do have young pitching coming up too.
Yeah. I mean, they get rid of Kirby, who I think pitched. He made his big league debut last year. No.
I don't believe so.
It might have been
somebody Kirby. You are right with the name.
It's a different team though. It's a different team, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he made this debut.
But either way, he's right there. You know. And then same thing with Trammell too.
He's an A-ball. He's 22. He's an advanced day this year.
Yeah, but they've been talking about like him flying through the system.
Yeah, they have him, they have Hancock, and they have Logan Gilbert.
All these slapdick prospects, bro.
Taylor Trammell has been in AAA for like 5 years, so he's really the next one to graduate. You know, so the Tribe can definitely have almost an instant impact in that trade.
Yeah,
I like that. I think it's the best one we've had.
That's a good trade.
It's the most intriguing one.
It is.
And you have a mystery team.
I do. That will never happen. But
what do you guys going to the fucking Marlins?
No, I was thinking about that.
We said that last night. We said that last night.
But that I feel like it's a little easy to do because the Marlins kind of do have a nice set of guys that are on the cusp of being in the major leagues. By the way, Yasiel Puig has to sign there, no doubt about it. But
I think that'd be a great fit.
100%, he'd thrive. So my mystery team is the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking you were gonna say. I said it last night.
Mike and I were actually talking about that last night. Yep.
And they're actually an interesting team because over the past, 3 years or so, they've been talking about trading Josh Hader. And now they have the ability to do so with Devin Williams. And the Brewers are a team, they're one of those teams, they never worry about their bullpen. They always piece it together. They always get the right pieces. So
I'm liking where your head's going right now.
So you can Hader is expendable on this Brewers team. Then you're gonna have to give up probably Luis Urias or Arcia, just for you don't need them, and they need a shortstop for the time being. And then Bryce Terang, I think that's how you say it.
Yeah.
Ask Max.
Don't ask me.
Max,
It is.
how do you say it?
That is how you say it.
Bryce Terang. He is supposedly really good. I don't really know much about him, but I know that he has pretty high expectations. So
21st overall pick.
And he's a shortstop, I believe.
He's middle infield. They have both.
Yeah. And he's a pure hitter, so
and speed apparently.
Yeah, why not? I mean, you're getting a shortstop for now. You're getting an elite reliever, closer, back end, whatever you want him to be. He's multiple roles in the bullpen.
And as you said, this is an Indians
team
that loves their bullpen.
Exactly, and then they have a shortstop for the future. Brewers lay it down for Lindor on this trade. Gave up quite a bit, but they get
my
the
question
shortstop
then becomes, do they have the money, the financial flexibility to keep him long term as well as Yelich?
I don't know.
Because when you're looking at the Brewers,
probably not. But
right, that's where it comes into play. It's that financial flexibility.
If they can, go for it, because then you could just piece together your rotation with the bullpens that they put together. And Keston Hiura is going to be a superstar, in my opinion. They'd have a nice core.
And again, this is another team where they're always in that middle ground where they're not sure what they're doing.
Yeah.
You don't know.
2018, that was like the only year where they defined that they were going.
Right. For a while, I think between the CC Sabathia trade and 2018 was when you were kind of like, what are they doing? They were that middle ground. They were the ultimate middle ground team.
Mm-hmm.
They were like 500 most years, whatever. If you're going to make the trade like this, you have to commit to winning long term.
Yeah.
So I love the fit. I love that fit. I think it's a great trade.
It's interesting.
They're getting rid of Hader, and they're getting top dollar for Hader.
Yeah.
And the Indians are getting top dollar for Lindor.
Exactly. You're getting one of the best relievers for maybe the best shortstop.
Value-wise, it's a perfect trade. It's a perfect match.
Exactly.
But financial flexibility will be what ruins this.
Yep.
I think if the Brewers have any sort of more money than they already have, this is a trade that needs to happen.
I 100% agree.
That being said, I love it.
Lindor and Yelich in the same lineup.
Oh my God.
Oh
my God.
And he's just locked down on, defensively.
And that's a move where you declare that this is my division. We've talked about at length how the NL Central is crap.
Just completely open.
This is that trade that says this is our division. Fuck off.
Yeah. I mean, right now you got to say the Cardinals are probably the best team in that division.
Yeah.
And what are they in a full season? What, they're an 86-win team.
What did I say? I saw the highest paid free agent signing in the division right now. Jonathan Holder, $750,000.
Yeah.
This move to the Brewers.
It sends a message to the rest of the division.
Exactly. It sends a message that the Brewers aren't fucking around. They're tired of being pushed around, and they've been there. They're that team the past couple of years. They've been there
recently. Yeah.
Yeah. They've been that team at the in the playoffs. They're like, oh, this is a team that might be able to do it this year.
Yeah, they were right there with the Mets at the end of 2019.
Yeah, and then what was it? 2018. They were in the
NLCS
Game 7.
Yep, they were a nice team. Counsell is a very underrated manager still, in my opinion.
Yeah,
the moves that he pulls,
and he has the ability now with Hader and Williams. So I think that's a huge part of why he's so successful. Now, obviously, they're going to try and figure out that bullpen, which they've been able to do with Woodruff being a two-way guy kind of thing.
Not anymore. They've solidified him as
for a while. He was for a while he was a
It
two-way.
was really just 2017, 2018 that he was
Yeah.
two-way. I know what you're saying, though. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but they're able to
They
piece
solidified
it.
him as a starter. And Corbin Burns had a huge year this year.
Yeah,
So they have a couple of nice starters.
Yeah.
You know?
and this is a team that we've always worried about. What their pitching's going to do.
Yeah. And they could just piece together the rest with, prospects, whatever they have down there in pitching wise, or they can bring in smaller free agents in the starting pitching department. By the way, what the hell happened to what's his name? Corey Ray?
What do you mean?
That was him, right? With the Brewers.
No clue.
I'm pretty sure that was his name. Corey
What was
Ray.
it?
He was in center field.
What are you talking about?
Oh, he's still in the Brewers organization.
I had no idea where you were going with that. What happened to him? I
No,
have no
I'm just saying that he's a thing.
idea. Oh, okay.
That's it. He was a
Uh,
center fielder, very athletic.
he's a
He
thing.
exists.
Yeah,
He exists.
He had
We're getting name drop
comparisons.
real quick.
He had comparisons to Granderson. I'm just saying that there's another guy that's there. I just didn't know what
there.
happened to him.
Another piece
'Cause
that
he was-
is part of the future.
He was supposed to be really good. I mean, he's 26 already, I think. Yeah, he's 26. He's going to be 27 soon. So,
yeah, I'm excited to see what people think about these trades.
Yeah.
These are great trades. I like that one, and I like the Seattle one. Those are my two favorites, I think.
definitely the most interesting.
Two of the most interesting. Yeah, definitely. By the way, people, if you want to send us a trade, 516-400-3661. Let us know what you think. 516-400-3661. Give us a mock trade for Lindor. Give us a mock trade for Brian, who I think we'll do next week. Tell us what you think about Mike's trades. Let us know. Give us a call. Shoot us a text. Moving on.
Next segment.
Yeah,
Moving
we're
on.
doing our top fives position wise, and we've wanted to. Bill, it's something you and I wanted to do for a year or two now. When we kind of first started it.
What the hell did you just do?
What the fuck?
What the
That was
hell
me.
just happened?
I did that by accident. I thought it would only be on my screen.
I really hope this shows up in the video. So for our audio
Oh, it
only people,
will.
Mike fucking did something.
Go
I
check
don't
out
know
the
what.
YouTube.
view. I
Go
changed
check out
the
the
view.
YouTube video.
The three of us are just chilling on
Yeah,
on
if you
some
click
concrete
if you
steps.
click the view, it says together mode, and that was what it was.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
That could actually work if we get a baseball stadium in the background.
Yeah, right. Can you change that? We'll find out.
We'll test it after.
We'll play with it later. Yeah, if you couldn't see, go check out the YouTube at Take a Pitch on YouTube.
We are full of fucking plugs tonight.
Oh,
Shout
yeah,
out to
Plug
Mike
City.
there. Anyway, you all right. Top five moments on the podcast right there. We were talking positionally. Last week
Yes.
we did catchers. I did a lot better than I did last year.
Yes,
We'll see.
Thank you for acknowledging that, Billy, by the way.
you're welcome.
I had nowhere to go but up. So I'm gonna keep my streak going. We're gonna go with first baseman. Now I got my five right here. I don't know about you guys. How
See,
difficult this list was.
We only made the post for catchers last year.
Yeah.
Do you remember what your list was or no?
No.
No?
Clue.
I'm pretty sure you had Pujols on it, but anyway.
I probably did.
No,
Honestly.
you didn't. No, you're for all your other lists because I was giving you so much shit for your catchers list.
Yeah.
After we recorded that, you actually did pretty good for the rest of them.
You
But-
bullied me into looking shit up. I'm supposed to go on top of the head.
I mean, only place you can go is up from there. So
Yeah.
You want to just start off with Macca's?
Yeah, let's start with. I forgot if you said it or not, but
Yeah, he did.
All right.
I got it. So.
by the way,
Macca,
happy anniversary to Mac and his girlfriend.
Yes, happy 2-year
2 years.
anniversary.
That's commitment right there. It's a 2-year deal.
Yeah.
I think
more
it's an
committed
option
to
for a
that
third.
than this.
Hey, Mike, that ball prediction of 80%, huh?
So for one. 0 for 1.
Not looking good. Not to a hot start. No, this is
That's
an
all right.
excused absence.
It's all right. He can miss 10 for the year. It's fine.
We did the math. He only has to make 42.
Oh man.
What do we got with Mac as top 5 first baseman?
So number 5, he had Matt Olson of the Oakland Athletics. Number 4, he had Anthony Rizzo of the Chicago Cubs. Number 3, yep, and he's a big Yankee guy because he had Luke Voit at number 3 of the New York Yankees. Number 2, he had Jose Abreu of the Chicago White Sox. And number 1, of course, he had Freddie Freeman of the Atlanta Braves. Yeah.
It's a good list.
Pretty good list.
It's actually very similar to mine.
Yeah.
I have
Mine is a bit different. A little different.
So I got I'll go 5-1.
You go.
Number 5, Pete Alonso. His 2-year span of I think it's 60-something homers, 70-something homers in a 2-year span is the most in baseball of the last 2 years. Gotta credit him with that. Number 4, Matt Olson. He actually has the most home runs in a 3-year span. Also, that guy picks everything. Without him, Matt Chapman isn't as good as he actually is. I mean, he's fantastic. Don't get me wrong. Matt Chapman is great.
Yes,
Matt Chapman is elite.
He'd have more errors than.
He'd have more errors. Yes. Number 3, I have Luke Voit. You can't discount what he's been doing with the Yankees. I mean, we'll say what you want about the small ballpark, and I'm the biggest advocate for fuck that small ballpark. Make it bigger. But Luke Voit is a fucking monster. What the Yankees have done with him is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, I have the AL MVP, Jose Abreu. Yeah, listen, what can you say about him? You know, he turned it on the last couple of years and getting better with age, it seems like, with him.
Yeah.
And number 1, the NL MVP, the guy I hate that I love, Freddie Freeman. You just can't hate the guy. You really can't. Everything about him is just fantastic. You know, I wish he wasn't a Brave.
Yep.
So my list 5-1: Alonso, Olson, Voit, Abreu, Freeman.
All right, you have it written down?
Hell yeah.
Perfect. Mike,
I'll
you want to
send
go
it
or
to
you want
you
me to
too.
go?
Yeah, I'll go.
Thank you.
I'll go.
All right, Mike, you go.
So I originally had Dom Smith as my 5, but I'm gonna take that away. I'm
Mike
gonna
and I
go
were
with Luke.
talking about that
I'm
last
gonna go
night.
with Luke. I had Yeimer Candelario on there strictly because of what he did last year, but his stats are abysmal otherwise.
I'm like,
But
dude, with Dom Smith, but listen, it's a valid thought process.
it is. I had him. Pete's not even in my top 5. I had Dom Smith above him. But no, if I was gonna do it, I'd actually put Voit at 5. I have Goldschmidt at 4. Very consistent. I looked at his numbers over the past couple of years. It's just very good bounce consistent.
Back year this year too.
Yeah. Then I have Olsen at 3, Abreu at 2, and Freeman at 1. I mean, those are the 3 that's staples. They have to be on your top 5.
Yeah.
This is easy. I mean, I'm wondering, Bill. You said yours was a little different. What do you got?
Slightly different. I have at number 5. I have Luke Voit. Number 2. Number 4. Sorry. It's because I wrote it upside. I wrote it the wrong way, so I'm going the other way.
Okay.
Number 4, Matt Olson. Number 3, Pete Alonso. 2, Jose Abreu. 1, Freddie Freeman.
So we're all looking at the similar names.
Yeah, very similar. Personally, I didn't weigh too heavy on this past year, except for Voit and Abreu, really. I feel like Voit is really, very, very big on the recency bias for Luke Voit because he had a good 2019. I'm not doubting his 2019. I'm not doubting his 2018, but great. He had 22 home runs this year, I believe.
224, yeah, something like that.
24. I thought it was 22.
One of those. It was impressive.
It was low 20s, yeah.
It was over 20, and yeah, it was very, very impressive. But in my opinion, I didn't think that it stood up to put him higher above number 5. And I was actually debating Dom Smith too.
Yeah,
because of how
Donaldson's
good
the
of a year he
case,
had.
yeah.
But the interesting thing about him is that he played a lot of DH and a lot of left field.
Yeah.
So it was hard for me to put him at first base top 5. But he's definitely top 10. I think that's pretty much undeniable that he's a top 10.
Yeah, he's too consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he had before he got hurt, he was doing great in 2019 too. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
and then that beautiful walk-off home run on the last day of the season.
After missing, what, 3 months?
Yep. His first at-bat back.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Fantastic. So just recap real quick. 𝒂𝒂𝒆 was what?
Was Olson, Rizzo, Voit, Abreu, Freeman, 5-1.
I had Alonso, Olson, Voit, Abreu, Freeman.
I had Voit, Goldschmidt, Olson, Abreu, Freeman.
And I had Voit, Olson, Alonso, Abreu, Freeman.
See, that's the one thing I've noticed. Though we had
Abreu and Freeman, all numbered 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
for both positions. 1 and 2 were pretty much the same.
Yeah.
You know, it's very clear, at least for these positions.
Yeah.
The top 2.
Next week
Second base is going to get really interesting.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, really interesting.
Their second
Shortstop's
baseman
gonna
in
get interesting,
baseball.
too.
Second base.
Second baseman's a position.
Well, Billy, shortstop is what I'm looking forward to because you and I have actually talked about this a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You sent me something on Instagram 3 days ago.
Yeah, a few days ago.
MLB Expert has this atrocious list.
Yeah.
And then whoever he collabed with, but an atrocious list.
Yeah, I was not a fan of their lists.
So we'll make sure we let them know in a couple weeks how the real experts do it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll call John Heyman up.
Hashtag huge tits.
There it is. There it is. Yeah. Mike, you ready for your segment?
Oh yeah, let's hear this.
Oh my! It's Brucey's time to shine.
All the transactions that happened since last Sunday.
No, Tuesday, because we recorded on Monday.
Yeah.
But did anything happen Sunday or Monday outside of the trade?
The technical. Eric Thames went to Japan. I didn't realize that.
Again?
Yes.
Yes, Yuri.
Well, he actually played in Korea.
Korea, right.
Yes.
And now he's going to
Yomiuri
Japan.
Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Then we already talked about the big trades for the San Diego Padres. Then we got Jose. So this is a 3-team trade. It's Tampa Bay, again, the Phillies, and the Dodgers in a 3-team trade for 4 players. It's Jose Alvarado going to the Phillies. I have the rest of it. From the Rays to the Phillies is Dylan Paulson. I don't know who the hell that is. And a player to be named later. And from the Dodgers to Tampa is Garrett Clevenger, who is a left-handed pitcher.
Yeah.
This is really interesting to me because
Really weird trade.
Yeah, there's a lot of nothingness outside of Alvarado, who we thought was gonna be a big piece in the Rays bullpen.
Yeah,
you know,
we talked about
but
that.
yeah, Mike, you and I were talking about it. This is a huge piece in the Rays bullpen and a consistent piece. Coming off injury though, Phillies did a damn good job with this one.
Yeah, they didn't give up anything really. And they got a good back end piece that maybe it'll fix their woes at the back end.
Yeah. Robertson is a free agent that nobody's talking about too. He might go back to the Phillies because he only played half a year before he got hurt.
If that.
So
How
he
old
might
is
go
he?
back. He's
Gotta be
30,
old.
34, I think, 35.
I thought he was older than that.
Yeah, I'd probably say 34, 35.
Well,
Yeah, he might go back on something cheap.
yeah, and he negotiates his own deals.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I think it's really cool. David
Yeah,
Robertson
he was one of the first ones
35.
that we talked. He was one of the first ones that we talked about. Signing with the Phillies on the podcast.
Yeah, he's one of the first free agent
years
signs
ago.
we discussed.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Our first contract has run its course.
Next is Hansel Robles signing with the Twins for a 1-year deal.
Damn, didn't go to Seattle. All right.
I know, right?
Signing.
Honestly, once we talked about that, I was really hoping it would happen.
I know. He was electric with the Angels.
Yeah.
he's good. All
Good
right.
signing.
Then it's Tommy Kahnle for a 2-year deal to the Dodgers. I know 𝒂𝒂𝒅 was very upset about this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he won't be playing this year, right?
Right.
Yeah, he had
I think it's
surgery.
rehabbing.
What else
That
do we
it?
got? Irving Santana signed a minor league deal with Kansas City, just a name that everybody knows.
Makes sense.
Adam Engel avoided arbitration with the White Sox. And Greg Allen got DFA'd.
Wow, poor Greg.
By
Allen.
who?
Padres.
I can see a reunion with the Indians there.
Yeah, I don't see why not. They need the depth in the outfield, and he's a good defender.
Yep.
And nothing. Sandy Leon signed a minor league deal with the Marlins.
They also added Ross Detweiler.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Oh yeah. I thought it said minor league deal, so I didn't really say anything with that. Because he's like, I don't think he's gonna be that. He might be a long guy in their bullpen, but I don't think he's gonna be anything special.
Yeah,
He actually had a pretty good year with who was he with last year?
Detweiler.
I feel like he was with the Giants because this
Yeah.
was like something we don't even know.
Yeah, he was pretty good. Small sample size, but after past 5 years of having, I believe it was like a 6-something ERA. I mean, he actually pitched pretty well. It was low threes.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I think that's a signing that I think makes a lot of sense in Miami.
Yeah.
One thing I want to touch on real quick that
Sign
I forgot to
Puig.
mention.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you. Perfect fucking segue. I was about to mention something about that.
Oh, okay. Look at that.
If Puig signs with the Dodgers, he's reunited with Don Mattingly, who was Dodgers manager when Puig signed.
You mean with the Marlins?
Yes.
You said if he
Yes.
signs with the Dodgers.
Oh yeah.
I was
he signs
like,
with the
wait,
Marlins.
what? I was
Yeah.
like,
I was thinking Dodgers.
fuck's
Yeah,
going
so
on?
if he
Yes.
signs with the Marlins,
yes.
he's reunited with Don Mattingly, who was his manager with the Dodgers when he first signed.
Yeah, for a couple of years, few years.
And Mattingly put Puig in his place, you know?
Yep.
And help
Somebody
make him
had to.
the ball player he is now. And I think it's a reunion that needs to happen as well.
I agree.
I
think he would thrive in Miami. I think they need that type of player, the everything that he brings.
And that's that signing that says, okay, you know what? We're not just going to sit around and be bullied. Because last year they had a great year. They made the playoffs last year, granted 60-game season, but first time they were ever eliminated from the playoffs.
Yep.
So I think now they're going to be hungry and not want to be eliminated again.
And they won a series.
Yeah, they're going to be an interesting team to watch. I'm excited about that. Not as a Mets fan, but as a baseball fan.
Yeah.
6-0 is filthy, dude.
Yeah, he's going to be good.
Some other news and notes here. Japanese ace Tomoyuki Sugano.
See, you could say that better than.
I know. I was going to say it like 5 times.
Than the English names.
You say the Asian names better than the Spanish names.
Rosenthal reports that the righty will likely sign a deal in the next day or two. So he's posted, and I think the deadline is the 7th for him to sign a deal. Also being reported that there's a possibility he could go back to Japan. It was the Yomiuri Giants. They already offered a 4-year deal with 3 opt-outs, according to Ken Rosenthal. That's a wild deal.
Yeah.
You'll never see that in the major leagues.
No, because there's no posting in the major leagues.
No, but 4-year deal with 3 opt-outs.
The reason they're doing the opt-outs is so they can post them again.
Well, he is 32, I think, 31.
Oh.
Had a good year in the Japan Central League. 197 ERA, a .888 WHIP, 31 strikeouts, 25 walks, and 137 in the third innings. According to the CBS Sports article, he is the most consistently excellent starting pitcher in Japan since Tanaka left for the major leagues.
All right. And did you see that if Tanaka doesn't sign with the Yankees, he might go
He's
back?
going back to Japan, yeah.
Yeah.
Some other news here. Where is it? I just had it up. Go back. Padres are working on a Tatis extension.
Good.
We have
Expected.
Yep. They needed to happen.
Yeah.
according to MLB trade rumors, the 2021 season is expected to start on time.
Believe it when I see it.
Right. I think that's really all we got this week. DJ LeMahieu, the Dodgers have been expressed interest because of the fucking
Everyone
Dodgers.
expressed interest.
Do you have a pulse? We're interested.
The George Springer sweepstakes can come down to the Blue Jays and the Mets, but it's looking like the Mets are a little farther apart than people think. He's prepared to sign late into January. Bauer wants.
I think everyone is.
That's the one we didn't talk about. Bauer wanted $40 million.
Yeah.
Let's get into this a little bit, because I know, Billy, you have strong thoughts about this one.
Yeah. He doesn't deserve it.
Bauer
he doesn't deserve 35.
What, a 6-year deal at $40 million a year, or in that ballpark, 30 to 40 million?
35 to 40. Basically,
God.
he wants more than Garrett Cole.
And you can't say that rivalry is not there.
No, of course it is.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a
like they can
reasoning
downplay
that,
it as much as they want.
Yeah, they hate each other and they love it. But he is not worth 40. He's not worth 35. He's not worth 30. He is maybe worth 25. I would not pay him $1 over $25 million.
And what's the reasoning?
What's the reasoning? What do you mean? What's the reasoning? He's had 2 good years in a shortened season in fucking facing high schoolers.
There it is.
I mean, come on.
I knew there was gonna be something from it.
Yeah, come on.
Listen,
if anybody on earth could give me a reasoning as to why he is worth more than $30 million, I would love to hear it.
I don't think any pitcher is worth more than
shoot
30
us a
million.
text, give us a call.
There you go.
No
Plug it.
pitcher should be worth that much.
Should I repeat the number again?
I agree.
516-400-3661. Let us know why you think Bauer's worth $30 million or more, and Billy will tell you why you're wrong.
Again, that is 516-400-3661. Mike,
Yeah.
you had a thought?
Oh, no, just in general, pitchers should not be worth that much money. They're
I
pitching
agree.
only 5 days, 1 out of every 5 days, and then if they get hurt, you're not getting them.
Hmm.
That's why, like, if Garrett Cole gets hurt, the Yankee fans are gonna fucking be crying.
Exactly.
Given that they are lacking pitching depth right now, but
I mean, look at Steven Strasburg. Why was he worth that much? Because of what he did in the playoffs and World Series. 3 years in a row, fucking like his entire career up until a couple of years ago, he was injured. What does he deserve it for? Because he did that in the playoffs and the World Series? I don't give a shit.
Right.
I don't care. I don't care what you do in the playoffs and World Series. What are you doing for me when it matters? I mean, that's not what I meant. When the money matters. Sorry, should have specified. When the money matters, what are you doing?
Over the course of a season, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to get me to the playoffs, or are you just going to be a playoff guy?
Yes. I'm not paying you that much to pitch well for me in the playoffs.
Right. Because I need
I'm going to be paying you
if you get me to the playoffs.
Yeah, if I'm paying you over $30 million, you better be pitching elite in the season and in the postseason.
Yeah.
No exceptions. You better be an
Bauer,
all-star.
And Bauer
If you're
will come
not an
back
all-star, you're a bust.
Bauer will come back at you saying, I did that this year. Yes, this year. And let it be known, I love Trevor Bauer. I think
year against
he's
high
doing
school.
for baseball is fantastic. Being that he's so social media savvy, he's got momentum. That he does, which is the video, the company, the production company. Yeah, what he's doing for the game of baseball to grow is fantastic. Yes, no doubt about it. No one will argue that. His personality, I love it. I think just stirring the pot, egging on people, I love it. His pitching, he's had 2 good years. Is it a sign of what's to come? Potentially. I'll give him that. Yes, potentially. But based on his body of work right now, I'd say a 4 for 25 is the most I do.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 with a 6-year option, maybe. I'd throw an option in there somewhere.
now the question is, does he sit out? If nobody gives him an option.
And now he seems like the guy who will sit out till June. Screw over the Reds, no less, with the comp pick. It'll be a Dallas Keuchel situation.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be you got to know the market. Like I said, I love Trevor Bauer. I wouldn't mind having him as a Met. But you gotta know the market. You know this is not a market for you to get that much money.
And it's going to be hard.
Someone's got to
to
say to him, take a 1-year deal, do the same thing you did last year, and cash in next year when there are fans in the seats and teams are generating revenue.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. But the problem is next year is loaded with shortstops and position players.
Right. So for a team that needs starting pitching, he is that guy. He is the one.
Yeah.
So separate yourself from the rest of the market that way, being the best pitcher. And if he does it again, listen, if he has a similar season that he had this year, by all means, I'll throw the bag at him. I'll back up the Brinks truck for him. Take a 1-year deal, even to go back to Cincinnati, where you're fighting, as you said, you're facing high school hitters.
Yeah, you dominate. Again. You're
so
frozen.
you can inflate your I know. You can inflate your numbers that way, facing high school hitters, or deflate your numbers essentially. But like you can make yourself look a lot better pitching against lower quality competition than you would be if you took a 4-year deal in the NL East. Like I said, I love Trevor Bauer. I'm a big Bauer fan. But when it comes down to it, common sense says take a 1-year deal, prove your value there. Now, take a 1-year, $20 million deal. Fine. Some team will give it to you. Some team will give 1 for 20. You're securing your money there. You're on a prove it deal. Take an option. Do a Dylan Betances type deal. If you get hurt, you have a team out player option. You know, there's options there for Bauer. That being said, if that happens, 1 year for $20 million, Mets get on that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Really. I mean,
there's not much left to say there. I know I kind of just took it all, but
no, you're right. I'm not big on the gamble on yourself thing because I do think that he probably will get paid this year. I don't think that anybody will pay him more next year compared to this year. I think he's probably at his peak value, and which is why he's asking for an absurd amount of money. Yeah.
Mike, any thoughts? Or are you just gonna?
No, I agree. I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah. He's not worth it. He's not worth that much money.
No, like I said, no pitcher is worth that much money.
Don't.
Like when Garrett Cole got 35 a year, it's not.
Yeah.
Like, what is he gonna be at the end? I mean, I know it was front loaded, but like, still
doesn't matter. I mean, they're still paying him like over 25 million, I think, in his last year.
Even like, look at position players, and they last a lot longer than pitchers. Look at Pujols' contract. Look at Cano's contract. Look at Upton's contract. Miggy. Look at all these contracts.
Yep.
What are they giving you? Pujols is still kind of consistent, but not the old Pujols. But like, you're not getting anything near what you're gonna pay for in the front.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Why? And the only reason that they do backloading is because they want to have the flexibility to win with them when they're
of course.
younger. But still, it hurts you. It hurts you in the long run, and it kind of sucks.
Yes.
Yeah. That being said, I think we're done. First episode of 2021 in the books. First episode of season 3 in the books.
Yep.
Check out On the Power Play, Tri-State Sports Beat. We got 2 more coming up for you. And again, if you've made it this far, first off, shout out to you. Hope you like what we're doing here.
yee yee yee.